No, I'm going to have another hour in bed, hence the late start. So I do apologise for that, but sometimes you do need it. Sometimes you do need it. Damn it, Carnita. I was even thinking, like, remember the message, remember the message, remember the message, and then totally forgot the message. Thank you for the reminder, though. I do appreciate that. All right, and put that one up. Okay, reminder has been set. YouTube is now live. Let's just bring in YouTube chat real quick, and while that is going, we can also start letting the game realize it is in fact alive in the background. All right, let's turn that on and go to the stream. Then go to the link and try to mute myself before it actually speaks, which I'll probably fail. Nope. And then pop out chat. Being able to just pop out chat from the homepage on Twitch is so much nicer than the YouTube system. We have to actually go to the individual link. But hey, there we go. Anyway, Bob K, hello, Carnita, Blue Kiwi, Jara, Macho, Faceless, Intronite, the people from Alto Funk's raid. Hi. Yeah, hello to you all and everyone else, of course. Hope you're having a fantastic day so far. I've been watching a lot of StarCraft 2 Winter Gaming, and every time I say I hope you've had a nice day so far and hope it's just about to become a little bit better, I stop myself from saying that. That's his catchphrase, not mine. Anyway, so yes, we are a member of Carrick Guntook. I've just noticed that Wissenland actually took Khazad Kol. I hadn't even noticed that. So we are once again a member of a dwarf hold that is down to 2 settlements. We have Carrick Guntook. Oh no, that's a town. That's a village. So yeah, we are just 1 town again. Man, the dwarves are underpowered in this. Oh, Carrick Azor is alive. Oh no, that's Ziflin. No, Carrick Azor Grung. So Izor joined Ziflin, I assume. Ziflin, no, that's Zufar. Where's Ziflin? And X-Philas is still alive. Oh, there's Ziflin. Yeah, those guys. Anyway, what are we doing? We have, towards the end of the last stream, actually finally become a runesmith. We are no longer simply a student of runecraft. And we have our Anvil of Doom, which means we can now actually cast runic abilities on the battlefield. And actually, I just noticed I have another career point I should probably use. Hearth and Home provides 25 extra physical ranged damage. Not resistance. Interesting. Okay, well, might as well use it. Because I seem to remember that the teachings of Thugni were just not nearly as useful. Although actually the ward save for troops affected by a rune. No, that's a rune as in the runes that I apply, which I don't have any of yet. As opposed to a rune craft. What's the difference between a... Hang on. What is the other thing I should do is also enable in-game sound. You open the chats again. Oops, YouTube's disappeared. Come back! What I was trying to say was, what are these things called? Because I was thinking that units affected by a rune meant these runes. But then my spells are also called runes. Wisdom of Thugni. Scales with Faith. That's this thing. Kills made by troops with a rune reduces cooldown. Enchantments I know. Those are the upgrades that I do to my own equipment. Kills made with rune weapons provide spellcraft. Rune weapons. Personal rune ability effect radius. So that's the rune spell. Yeah, I think these are all unit rune. Unit rune versus rune. So the unit runes give the healing. The runes, however, do that. So at the moment I'm giving the extra 25 physical range damage. Which is strong. The problem I have is I very often cast runes on my shield wall because they're clumped together. If I do it on my ranged units, I'm going to catch like a third of them because I tend to spread them out. So I'm kind of thinking actually this is much less useful and I should instead... bloody system. Put it there. And then the other thing I wanted to double check was the spell book to see what on earth Rune of Hearth and Home actually does. Nearby allies receive bonuses to reload speed and movement speed. And if it's empowered, grants a bonus to attack speed. Now I don't think I have the empowerment. I don't know what an empowerment is. Movement speed for a shield wall, not exactly useful. Reload speed is just... this is really aimed at missile troops. So I think I need to stop spreading my missile troops out. This is a bad rune. What does the other one do? Oath and Steel grants physical resistance. Yeah, see, that's useful. I think I need to go and try and learn that. But first of all, no, we just got our Runesmith Companion, except the Runesmith Companion was not actually a medic. So the main reason I got the Runesmith was kind of pointless. The next thing I wanted to do was actually build a smithy. The problem I have with building a frickin' smithy is where do I put it? Because I don't really trust that Karak Guntuk is not going to just die. In the same way that Izdor died, and in the previous game, Zufbar died. Like, what is the most secure Dwarven realm? Kadrin? Probably? Yeah, Kadrin's actually quite large. Yeah, I think it's probably Kadrin. Although if we go over to this side, Asgara seems to be doing okay. Wasn't there another hold up here? Or are they dead? No, it was Asgaraz. That's the one that, for some reason, Izzor declared war on. And then we have Norn and Ziflin, but both of those are 2 castles and a town, 1 castle and a town, although you also have Elgazund. So you are, in fact, 2 castles and a town. Exfilaz is as good as dead. So I think probably the safest dwarf hold on the map is Kadrin. Because the reason I'm agonizing over this is a smithy is 28,000 ducats. That's a lot of money. Kadrin is the Slayer hold, yeah. I mean, Zufbar should be the one with all the artillery. Should be way harder to take than it actually is. Although here they seem to be doing okay. So I need to not join Zufbar. Otherwise it will die. Your CA empowers the runes cast within 5 seconds of using the ability. Air. It's here and here. Empower all runes for 5 seconds. So what was the empowerment thing again? Bonus to attack speed. Extra 20 physical damage to nearby dwarfs. Yeah, see, Oath and Steel is just so much more useful for the way that I intend to use runes. Okay, that's another cost that I'm gonna have to bear. I'm gonna go to Angazar just to see how much it's gonna cost me to get that. you have an Anvil of Doom, you can't place cannon for some reason. Amazing. Well, in that case, I probably won't bother doing more with the Engineers Guild than I already have. Unfortunately, cannon can do a lot of damage. Right. I have apparently not been here before. Huh. I like how the runesmith is always called Thror. Just every time the dude is called Thror. I am runesmith, therefore my name is Thror. I want to know about runecraft. I want to know none of those things. More rune magic. 10 grand for Oath and Steel. I thought it might be that. That'll be all. Well, maybe it is just more worthwhile having a cannon than an anvil. No, I mean, if I have that rune and it does that, and I have as high level faith and eventually spellcraft, then it should be fine. Okay, so 10 grand. I do not have that right now. Weaponsmith, do you have any orders I can complete for you? You do? Marvellous. You want to have a little bit of extra reach. How about I give you a longer handle? Oh no, swing speed's gone down. How about I make these less big? I don't think I really can. Satisfied anyway. A throwing axe. Lots of money. Tor axe I can't do. Tor grade axe I also cannot do because I don't have any of those recipes. Right, the other thing I'm trying to do is save up like 7 grand to retrain my smith so that he can be good at smelting. I think I still need to do that. And actually, while I'm thinking about this, someone had a really good suggestion yesterday of buying dwarven equipment and then melting it down. That is going to get really expensive really quickly, though. Alright, am I at my party limit? I am, in fact, under it. We better hire some more dwarves, then. You. 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 And you. Okay, let's go find some stuff to kill. I actually kind of fancy going up to... They're a long way north, Cadron, just to see what's up there. Let's go on an adventure. Do I have prisoners? Do have prisoners. I'll go to Grandstadt and do it there. Chaos is no more, so they just lost the tower. Or the Black Tower, or whatever it's called. I have not been here before either. Tavern District. Ransom the prisoners. So I think our best chance for a medic is going to be an engineer. So I think I'm probably going to want a runesmith, a medic, and an engineer. No, sorry. A runesmith, a thane, and an engineer. The engineer being the medic. And then I'll probably want a second engineer to be the actual engineer. I'm not sure I've ever actually been this far north. As a dwarf. Now, going through Sylvania, we do need to be careful that we avoid the evil cursed lands. Cultists. Yes, we should be hunting down enemies that we see on the way. Fair in the woods. That's nice. That is a lot of cultists. Hopefully I can catch you guys together.
What do you want with us?
This'll be fine. Your cap trades go fast once you get a smithy. One thing about that, Marcus, is I basically have already capped trade, because I have no social skills. I have no intention of gaining social skills. So I don't think that having a smithy is going to be quite as incredible as you are saying. That was one thing I realised yesterday.
Got. This way, lads.
This line should just disintegrate before they even reach us. No! Let me up! There we go. Oh, shit. There's a lot of bullet drop there, so I wasn't really expecting to. Boom! Foot shot. Well done, team. The Dowie can upgrade to militia. The militia cannot upgrade to miner. The Rune of Wrath and Ruin damaging radius is quite a lot larger than radius shows. I think the radius the damage buff it gives to the troops. I was wondering about that, because I have a lot of stacking radius upgrades. And it would kind of make sense, like if you are limited to how far away from the Anvil of Doom can actually move, it makes sense that the radius is big. What does the Anvil of Doom do? It allows me to cast runes. So yeah, Marcus, with the trade. My trade is currently 17, it will max out at 20. It is not going to make that much of a difference. Ooh, warbands. Definitely fight them. Hideout spotted. Deserters. That is a lot of Ungar warbands. That is a lot of Ungar warbands. Crikey! Save! Because if I fight one and take casualties, I'm not going to be able to escape. And there's even more of them. Crikey! It's because they're in an area that nobody ever visits. There's only one village here. No river connections to Aishatten. I don't think I want to fight you two at the same time. I'd like you to separate, please. Because I'm not convinced I could take 130 of you at once. $110, however? Maybe. You don't even have a Minotaur. Alright, here we go. There's only one Minotaur. And we have overwhelming fire capabilities. The Anvil of Doom is especially good in sieges, as you can place it in a more central location, choke point, and basically tank up. The Anvil of Doom is a choke point, battles, greatest strength. Yeah, I can imagine that. And we're already quite good at choke point battles. Ooh, this is a really good battlefield. Yes, 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 yes.
Zarok away.
Do I want to use that slope? Nah.
Gasrand away.
Actually, let's do... Ah! I have a plan. There's a fantastic plan.
Got. Gasrand away. Onwards, Daway. in, Kazan!
Right. As soon as you lot start opening fire, I'll cast the rune. So you can see what the rune's going to affect because they get the green outline. It's not that big, so no, I don't think it is bigger than this. I think that my template just got bigger. Boom! Headshot! Killed a Minotaur. Use my special ability action. Let's do that now. Oh no. We're going that way, guys.
Slay everything without a beard.
Oh, I hit him! I think he died just before I hit him, but hey, that counts. That went well. Of course, the Anvil of Doom, unlike other siege equipment, is indestructible. Anvil of Doom lore-wise almost entirely indestructible except by the strongest magic. With the increased radius outside the outlines, only on the damaging effect of the Rune of Wrath and Ruin. With the Rune of Wrath and Ruin hit almost every unit in the siege with the well-placed use. Ah, okay. Right. I think the increased radius outside the outline is only on the damaging effect of the Wrath and Ruin. So it doesn't work on Hearth and Stone? Five athletics, 6 shooting, and 1 extra spellcraft. Yeah, spellcraft's going to rise really slowly with how little we can use it. But we did just become a clan tier 3. So, huzzah! I forgot to see, did we actually lose many people there? I don't think so. They super nerfed Wrath and Ruin, but it's still good. Well, we are a long way away from getting that. 6 dead, thank you. Cool. In that case, I think I'm going to hide over here until my cannot move faster effect fades. Then we'll head over this way. And see who else we can hunt down. I leveled up. This is 100% got to go into Spellcraft. I need to increase this learning rate as much as I possibly can. And my buddy also leveled up in Athletics. You are a dwarf, so become tough. Go for the 73. I mean, actually, if I can provoke 2 or more of these again... No, not more. Just 2. Like, all of them at the same time? Hell no. Like 2 at once. Chase. Could I do 3? 2 Minotaurs, 3 Minotaurs. 6 Minotaurs. We probably can't do that. However, you two at once, maybe. I want that last unit to get bored and leave. This is also going to be paying me a bunch of influence, which means more mercenary wages. Guys are too bunched up now. There we go, this is what I'm after. Gotcha. Alright, so this is 140 against 60. 150 even. Let's try. Yes, I probably should have saved. You are not wrong. Because my front line is going to have a serious test. Oh dear, this is also a heavily forested map. That is not good.
After me, Throng.
112 frontliners.
Run. Onwards, Dowie. Gas ran, Dowie.
Yeah, I think Vickery is also doing Hearth and Home.
This way, lads. Dowie, form a wall. Onwards, Dowie.
Half of you are not shooting. Please shoot. Thank you. They already have doomed us because they were not shooting for so long. I want you a skirmish.
We're out, lads.
Yep, should have saved. Somehow don't think I made that. I wonder when the last autosave was. 12 minutes ago. I think that's just when I found all of the camps, so I think we've lost the effects of one battle effectively. So yeah, that's why you don't bunch ranged units up, because they just don't shoot. I wish I had recognized that they were not shooting earlier. Oh, one at a time I easily can. The reason I try to do more than one at a time is because you get more loot that way. And better quality loot. So get this guy on his own. But we probably should fight these one at a time because there's so many of them. And if we just want to get maximum bang for our buck, we should just be killing them at range.
Zarok away. This way, lads. This way, lads. Run it. Gazran, Dowie. Dowie, form a wall. Dowie. Our clag. Bring them reckoning.
Oh, it took down the Minotaur already. That's very good.
For the Karazanko. For the Karazanko.
There's a victory! No losses! That's what I like to see. Alright, militia. Definitely like you to be a warrior. Warrior, I'd definitely like you to be a longbeard. Marvellous. Ooh. Damn, that's a nice axe. 144 cutting damage. 144. Wow. Can't use it though. I didn't craft it. I think that's quite possibly the best axe I've ever seen in this game. Alright, victory leveled up. You can get well built. Come on, let me catch these. The 52. There we go. Attack!
With me, lads.
Candles on my helmet make me chuckle every time we load a battle. Oh, there's a bridge! Oh,
Away, form a wall.
oh dear. I didn't know this battlefield had a bridge.
Onwards, our clag.
I don't know how effective we'll actually be because most of the people in the centre probably can't hit anything. And because we are vertically challenged, I don't know whether we'll shoot over the rocks. People are shooting, so we must be able to. I have no minotaurs. Do that, and do that, on top of you lot. Chop chop!
Slay everything without a beard.
Ow! Who's left? Someone in the bushes I couldn't see, but the AI could. No losses! That's what I like to see, and I got 13. 1 spellcraft, 8 two-handed, 6 athletics, and 1 gunnery. Sweet. And yes, you're right, I should save again. Great. Great. Save! Road to 36. Really wish the Rune of Beast Slaying worked as it's supposed to. It would be one shot kneecapping both Minotaurs and Trolls with every swing. As it stands, it takes 3 to 4 hits at the moment. With your 275 two-handed. That's a lot of two-handed. Let's go this way. Right out spotted. Oh, cultists. 2 Minotaurs, 4 Minotaurs. Let's see if I can get around behind you, just in case these guys try to join in. Alright, let's give this a go. Heavily forested. That is unfortunate, however.
Zarok, away.
I'm seeing a hill over there. Hopefully we can stand on it.
Gazrandawi.
And this is one of the few times where having a small clump of archers might actually work.
Onwards. Got. Spread out, Dowie.
103 infantry, 34 archers.
Karin Kazad.
But our archers are going to be quite close to the actions. They should be able to get some pretty good shots off. And because of the way the slope is done, everyone should be able to shoot at something. Though some of these behind the slope may not. Oh, that's the edge of the battlefield. Coming over there. You know what?
Gazranda. This way, lads. Form a line, Dowie. Clack. Form a line, Dowie. This way, lads. Karin Kazad.
There we go. Maximum firepower should be possible from here. I just hope that I got it done in time. Alright, maximum firepower, people. They got their backs to you. What more could you want? That went well. Two Dowie, a long beard, 6 dead. 2 militia and a warrior. And there's the victory! Acceptable. I'll take those prisoners. I will do the promotions. And 2 more long beards. Very nice, very nice. Take all the loot. We're going to have so much stuff to smelt down. It's going to be incredible. This might actually net me enough money to buy that smithy. If we play our cards right. You shouldn't have separated from the pack. Mistake! That's a lot of longbeards. No wonder we're so tough. This is a relatively flat battlefield with a lot of trees again.
With me, lads.
Seeing a bit of a meadow here. We'll see if we can use that. Oh, it's a road. I think. Yeah. It's a nice open area regardless, so let's put our infantry kind of tucked away over there.
This way.
And then just have our archers
This way. Spread out.
massed out over here.
Karin Kazan.
And we're on their non-shield side, so this is good. Pop that, pop this, pop that. That was missing one.
Slay everything.
Keep missing a freaking Minotaur. He's dead. He's dead, Jim. Two losses. A militia and a warrior. Oh, two more longbeards. I'm getting a lot of amber crystals. Getting a lot of armor and a lot of weapons to smelt down too. Sweet! And we're up to 13,000 just from the influence payouts. We're earning 3,000 a day at the moment. Nice. Call those in. It did not. Good. Minotaurs, just the one. Well, amber crystals just cash or something else? No, they are used for enchanting. The thing is, with the dwarves, at least, I've not seen anything that doesn't just cost gems. So maybe they're a resource which is intended to be used in the future. Or else there's runes later on that require other things. What's the key for triggering abilities? Q. Hold down Q. Oops.
This way. Spread out, Dawi. Dawi, form a wall.
Oh. Gun! Give me my gun!
For the colors anchor. Slay everything without a
Ooh, shit, sorry. I shouldn't do that anymore. Foot shot. No losses. I will take another warrior. I will take another longbeard. 19 longbeards, 20 veteran quarrelers,
Huzzah!
12 sharpshooters. I'm running out of the lower level characters to promote. Ilsa, thank you very much for the Prime subscription. Welcome to the modelling. It's good to have you joining us. I think that I should check my character upgrades because I've leveled up. I will take a point in spellcraft, please and thank you. Now those three are all way too close together, so I think we're going to say good enough and head to... Maybe we'll go to Zufbar. We haven't been there yet. I need to be careful going through all of this, though. We do have some hostiles over there. That was profitable. That was... Oh, hello. 3 Minotaurs. Okay, if you insist. You're running from me? You outnumber me! Cowards! I see a slope. So they're going to come at me from that direction. Oh, you know what? This is where we won a great victory previously. No, we're good. We're good.
This way, lads.
Warhammer. It's called the Old Realms on Steam Workshop. Rule of acquisition number 34. War is good for business. Yes, indeed. What we do. Yeah, that's fine.
Spread out, Dowie. Gazran, Dowie. Dowie, form a wall.
Ah. Okay, let's stop messing around, get the Harpin home, and then climb up. Thankfully, this is a pretty easy spot to just pile fire into that cluster of enemies. My ranged guys agree. Their ranged guys are already dead, right? Oh no, they're open.
Slay everything without a beard.
See your heads poking up.
Dowie, form a wall. Bring them reckoning.
Nice victory. No losses. So yeah, it looks like they were right to be running. Sharpshooters, 26 kills. I can't take any more prisoners, so I'm going to sort this by tier. Start at the top, work our way down. Are we at war with the orcs that are at the entrance to Zufbar? Not sure. Yes, we are. Okay, we can't go to Zufbar. Let's just go to Guntook. We'll double down on Guntook. It's our home at the moment. I think I'll take the risk and build the forge or the smithy down there. I've been pretty good about clearing it out from enemy camps and things. Although there are still a lot of enemies down here. Still making a small fortune from the influence. Lovely. That was highly profitable. So first things first, we are going to go to the trade district. Actually, we should probably go to tavern first. We'll ransom the prisoners. There's another runesmith here, but I don't want a runesmith. We should recruit some troops just to make up for the losses. And now we trade. We sell all of this stuff because we can't smelt it down. Thankfully they have plenty of money. 10 grand, just like that. Okay, next we are going to arena. Into the arena because I want to talk to the tournament master to get the smith retrained, and then we buy the smithy. Which means that I can choose what skills to give him. Which we do by going into character and then Smith. And you are basically just going to take this top line. Except for that one. Oh, that was a mistake too. Crap. Why would refining be there? These two are wrong way round. Damn it. Not that it really matters. We get stamina back quickly enough. Okay, Artisan District, Weaponsmith. You're going to be rather busy here, buddy. Smelt. And go. Okay, we're now tired. Well, we unlocked a bucket load of things, and actually we managed to smelt down most of our inventory. So that's good. Your smithing is 160. What's mine? 120. So he is a better smith than I am. He's also completely maxed out on smithing. And he leveled up. What do I want you to get? Probably gunpowder. Because I have you using a gun. Oh, you gained faith. Right, from the smithing, but I don't think you actually use faith except for the ward save. I just retrained him, which is why I'm annoyed that I made the mistake about him getting the refining rather than smithing. You know what? When was the last autosave? 1406, 4 minutes ago. Let's load that. Okay, so it was after that battle, but before we got to Guntook. That's fine. It's easy enough to get back. I could get in good with those villagers. You know what? Let's do that. If I get there in time. I did not get there in time. I could easily kill these guys, though, for just some easy resources. Might as well.
This way, lads.
They're actually moving. Yes.
This way. Got.
Coming through. Oh, I am quite a lot faster than you guys now. But the water definitely slows you down.
Onwards, Dowie. It's like Dowie, formal. Onwards, Dowie.
Shit. Didn't have the safety turned on. Sorry. Now we just do as much damage as we can. And there's the victory. One loss. A militia. Our one militia. And that was silly. Well, actually, was it? No, because both of these are actually quite high level. So we just get rid of some of these low level guys. Like so. So that's nice. Free stuff! A little gutted I wasn't able to save the villagers. Wasn't quite there in time. But we were close. What do you need? Water found. Do I care? You're an empire town. Village. I don't care that much. Stupid human problems. Okay, so before I enter the town this time, I'm going to save in case I mess up again. Which hopefully I won't this time. Okay, so we are going to go to the tavern. We're going to ransom those prisoners. That's so much money. And then we're going to wait here for a bit of time until the morning. Then we're going to visit the Tournament Master. We'll get the smithing retrained. We will choose the right skills this time. Okay, so we want you to be the charcoal maker, smelter, smith, experienced smith, practical smelter, because you don't do refining, and then vigor for your one-handed skill. That does not look like a one-handed weapon there, buddy. Good. So this time we got that correct. Then we're going to go back to the town centre. We're going to go to the artisan district. We're going to go to the weaponsmith. We're going to have you smelt all of this. And this should take half your stamina this time. It has. Then we're going to go to this. We're just going to have you forging the orders, because you are the better one at doing this than I am. Satisfied. Crafted a balanced blade. Nice. Two-handed axe. Reach is too long, which usually means you can reduce this in order to get these up. Displeased. That's unfortunate. That would have been a nice bit of money saved there. But that's okay. You did the things I needed you to do. We have just 2 items left to go. Then we can go over to me. And you know what? Maybe I'll retrain myself too. Arena. Arena. Because I shouldn't have taken charcoal. No, I should take charcoal smelting. Yeah, this is fine. Because I think I also get the +1 charcoal when doing charcoal smelting. I'm going to double check that. Yep, charcoal from burning wood. And I actually had a career point to spend, which we were going to put onto this. Parthenon now does extra damage too, which is nice. Okay, next up, we're going to go trade. Can I make a dwarf hammer? Unfortunately, I don't know how. I don't have any of the dwarven recipes yet, which is annoying. I forgot to sell these last time. $22 grand. Ka-ching. We're at 52. Okay, so I think we should probably talk to Thror, the ironmonger. Be like, hey, what's up? I want your smithy. You what? Sick.
It's been a while.
I want your smithy. 29, the price has gone up. Alright, this had better be worth it now, Marcus. And then we're going to go plan view, other smithy, input from warehouse. Do we store the input here as output as well? Or do we just straight up sell that? I'm assuming we just straight up sell that. And then we go to the warehouse. We grab these items. Well, actually, hang on, before I do that, I might as well refine those. It is what I do. And then we have loads of wrought iron. I would like some more regular iron. Then warehouse. Now I probably don't want to sell all of this. Because I want to have enough materials to actually do my own. Things. But that should be enough to get you started at the very least. Okay, I'm at full health. I kind of might as well join the tournament. I haven't done one of those for a while. Oh, warrior boots. Quite like those. Nah, I'm not going to. Do I want to bet on this? No. Because quite honestly, I don't ever see myself winning one of these. Especially not as I have no one-handed weapon skills. Dowie Old Guard. Oh, you're noble line, aren't you? Got him. Maybe I should have bet. Except that's wailing on people that don't have armor. As soon as I come up against anyone with armor, I just don't have the armor piercing to actually hurt them. And if I win, I win. It's me in the old card again. I will take on the Prospector. Okay. Now it's me versus the old guard. I really hope the scout beats Thunderhammer. I don't think he will, but I hope he does. Okay. Can actually hurt. He swings faster than I do. Ow! Stop that. Ow! Look, they had you there. Like I said, as soon as I come up against anyone with armor, I don't stand a chance because I have no armor piercing. Thunderhammer wins. Yeah, with how heavy noble armor must be, I'm not surprised. This is why I really wish they just standardized your kit rather than having you fight with your actual stuff. I much prefer the tournaments in Mount Blade Warband rather than in this. And with the exception of the Khajiit tournaments, although those can be fun sometimes, I think the Dwarven ones are probably my least favourite. Everyone using sword and board. Well, what if your skill isn't one-handed? Well, then you're fucked. So I think the only ones who will ever do well in that tournament is probably an Ironbreaker. Well, Slayer, I guess. No, Slayer probably... Player Slayers would probably use two-handed weapons because you can't dual wield. Okay, so we have some money left. We do still need to do recruitment. Which we have now done. I could buy some runes. But really I need to start getting my companions up and running. More than anything else. Hey, Clint. Yeah, I think getting a Thane or an engineer is probably the more important. So let's go to Angazar and just see what the other holds around here have. Although actually... hunting. Very successful. Let's pick up some more dwarves. In fact, we should probably also visit the Shrine of Alea. Oh, damn, you're right about the trade. Recruit troops. Yes, 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 yes. No, 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 no. Those are all very high level. Price penalty when selling equipment. I pretty much only sell equipment. So I'll take that. Get the Blessing of Leia. Go to Urbaz Thingaz. No, no, yes, yes, no, no, yes, yes, yes. And then with that, Angazar, let's go! It is a longer way to Angazar than I realised. I should probably clear that cultist hideout as a result. Might as well go to the Upper Rag Dam. Get some troops. Yes. A lot of prospectors available. I mean, if I wanted to start levelling up relations with the Miners Guild, maybe I should do this. Yes. Carpenter, Miners Guild. Troops to guard. Station these men. Prospectors. With gold. Out of the greatest and most venerated of the guilds, founded by Grugni himself, the Miners Guild ensures that whenever there's a vein of gold or iron, there are Dawi to mine it. Apart from that, we can boost the processing of ores and metals for the Grung, as well as deliver coal, gems, and iron every 2 weeks or so. Our more trusted members can also fund underground expeditions, and who can tell what long-lost treasures lie hidden in the depths. And it's those expeditions I want to do, because that's another source of runes. Really like to know what point in English language history, someone decided that a group of crows would be a murder of crows and a group of raising ravens would be an unkindness. Hadn't heard that about the ravens, but yeah, the crows being a murder I did know. Hey, Katie. Alright, first things first. Weaponsmith. Where you can smelt those two. And then... that's all you can really do for me, right? No, it's not. No, it's not. Forge orders. Two-handed sword. It'll have to do. Still earned 2.6 grand. Nice. And then pike. Don't tell him, pike. But this should be unlocking a whole bunch of new stuff, so that's good. Alright, then we're going to go over to me. And I think what I will do is start refining some of these lower level items. Don't think there's any real reason to just keep iron ore. I might as well just refine it all. Oh, I'm out of charcoal. That's not ideal. Do you, pray, have any hardwood? I'm going to assume yes. You do, though it's not the cheapest I've ever seen. And then I was here to go to the tavern to find the engineer. Kazran! Yeah! That was me cheering, not trying to punch you in the face. Okay, and then character skills. Kazran is a gunner, but he starts with his own. An engineer, a steward, he has nothing in medicine. But that's okay. He starts out, oh man, level 6. He's going to level up really slowly. But you do have 5 intelligence, which is fantastic. Ultimately, we might actually want 3 dwarf engineers in the party instead of a Thane. Well, no, the Thanes are useful for leading troops. So we put a Thane in the front line and make you the steward. And then we get an engineer, medic, and an engineer. But you should definitely be the medic in the party right now, because I can't siege anything, so engineers are kind of pointless. Oh, I can have up 6 companions now. Nice. I can also have 2 other parties, which is another way that Thanes might be useful. I might need to get the mod that allows me to have more more companions. Although one thing which is coming with the next Bannerlord update is the ability to assign a character to more than one role. So this engineer, for example, could be both the surgeon and the engineer. Still need the scout. Unfortunately, I don't think rangers are a character class. I'm assuming that engineers aren't going to be very good at scouting. Nobody is. And as for your equipment, what are you using at the moment, Kazran? A rusty beardling practice handgun. Oh dear. I have 3 gemstones, so I could probably... What actually? Hang on. How much is it going to be to enchant my gun? $6. Well, one thing we definitely do want to do for Kazran is buy some more bullets. Did I tire my buddy out? I did not. I would quite like for you to forge me a two-handed axe. Or a two-handed mace. I suspect the mace would be far worse quality. So let's go for the two-handed axe. Reach is 95. That's okay. Maybe make you 100. Although actually, what I should do is make the head bigger. Oh, 90. Try to keep the handling up a little. Quality. So what I'm thinking here this with my current sword. Swing speed 106, 88, 86 damage to 66. Reach of 90, reach of 100, handling. So the handling is quite a lot lower, but it's going to hit significantly harder. Plus I have the 10% extra damage for axes, so I think that does make sense. You should also make yourself a better blunt weapon, and then I'm going to give you a crafted two-handed sword. You have no shoulders. Okay, Vickery, I want you to make yourself a two-handed mace. Reach is 107. It does not need to be that long. No upgrades, but that's okay. And now the nice thing is I can smelt down that dwarf axe. Vickery is selected, smelt that. A dwarf axe head! Huzzah! Can't do anything else, but I have the axe head now at least. Still need a haft. Shortest axe ever? The hell is that? Okay, these are all extremely short. Good grief. Short! Livestream. Poggers. Still a runesmith. Yes. The early game was an unbelievable grind, but I feel like we've just about finished the early game and we are now solidly into the early mid game. We are still a mercenary. We're still taking things relatively slowly. Alright, next place to visit. I mean, I still kind of want to get to Karakadrin if I can. Oh, actually, there's one other thing I do want to do while we're in this region. That is clear out that cultist hideout. If it's going to be interrupting trade between the dwarf holds. Seeing what runesmiths can do as apprentices, I think is honestly the right call to lock them behind some grind. Yeah, I think the grind is okay. It's just the fact that you start with no abilities that kind of kills this for me. Like, let them start with the... at least let them start with being able to engrave runes onto their equipment. Just one. Or let them do a... Let them do the entry runes without the Anvil of Doom, and then have the Anvil be required for the Adept and Master level.
We're not looking for a fight.
Just let them do something, anything related to their class. Because while you're an apprentice, you are just a much, much, much worse... Yes, that. You are just a much, much worse... what am I trying to say? Fighter. Without any of the fighter skills.
March with me, Dowie. Throw! Onwards, Bruna. This way, lad. This way, lads.
Get on the slope so we can do fire by fire. And once these guys are positioned, I'll put down the anvil. Chop it. There. There. Right there.
Dowie, form a wall. Bruna. Got.
Now you're going to have the extra damage buff with the Wrath and Ruin too. We win! Militia. I have a lot of Oath Gold, crikey. More Thunderers in that case. Maybe I should start buying some Noble Troops. Okay, so we want to clear out this cultist hideout, maybe that one, maybe the deserters. Why am I not at war with those deserters? They're not red. Weird. Okay, so we are going to go in with these two, because I want them to gain some skills. We'll take 5 of them, and 7 of them. Let's see if I actually get my sharpshooters this time around. What do the noble troops look like? I have no idea. I've literally never used them. They were always outside of my ability to afford. Yes, no. No, I again didn't get my sharpshooters. Not sure I've seen this map before. In fact, I'm fairly sure I have not. Must have been the wind. That's a person. fucking wall. Must have been the wind. I'm quite liking this handgun. It'll be even better when I have the reload runes on it, though. Hello. That's 3 of you. Ah, not my axe. That's my axe. Steel. The other guy's like, why have you got a bullet wound all over a sudden? No reason. Must have been the wind. I'll fight you in hand. There's 3 of you again. Except the other 2 seem completely nonplussed by the fact there's a dwarf here with a gun shooting them. And that's all of them. So my guys are basically untouched. So they should be able to win this one pretty easily. Now remember, I have a special thing I can do
You've cut quite
here.
a swath through.
I can throw an anvil at you! Ha 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 ha! Fuck it. Pocket anvil. Beautiful. Oh, I don't know why I find that as funny as I do. But I do. Because it's hilarious. Longbeard's still got 9 kills. But what about my sharpshooters? Okay, so that's that camp cleared. And I've leveled up in athletics. 5 more damage with throwing weapons, or less fall damage and more kick damage. Dwarves have no throwing weapons. That's true. Because this, as a Nord, would be amazing. Oh, grenades, yeah, I guess. Because that just doesn't seem useful. I quite like the extra throwing skill, though. That sounds useful. No throwing weapons, minus the anvils. That's true. Yep. We do have pocket anvils. Right. Who are you even at war with except for Crackney? A couple of the random orcs here and there. Are there any big map changes? Well, Fall of Musalon being a big one. Caen seems to be consolidating quite heavily. Oh, Nuln's been taken by Averheim. Wissenberg lost it. Although, to be fair, with the number of troops that Averheim just seems to spit out all the time, I'm not surprised by that. Cadrin's got 3 towns. Are those goblin orcs? Yes. Torlathanel still there. The half-elf, whatever they're called. Wood elves have taken Canal. And Irana peaks of the orcs. Ooh, these orcs have taken Aquitaine and beyond. Brion. I'm disappointed that Karaburg doesn't have the Karaburg greatswords. I wanted to see that regiment of renown more than basically any of the others. Except maybe the Null 9 sides. And the Hochland long rifles. Both of which are kind of cool. There's one in throwing at 125 plus 25 control skills to infantry, 15 vigor skills to ranged. Yeah, that's quite nice. How is my workshop doing? 173 ducats a day. And yeah, trade is already maxed out. Took 1 day. Have I done a trader in Old Realms? I don't think I have, actually. Buying metals in the Dwarven territories, sending them down to the Empire, or to the Elves. That was apparently the story behind Kafakamaz. They sell metals to the Elves. Neither of them want to admit what they're doing. The Elves don't want to admit they're having to buy metal from the Dwarves. The Dwarves don't want to admit they're trading with the Elves. But they do. Okay, do I want to kill another cultist hideout? Probably. Is there anything else I can do to make life for the dwarves a bit easier? I mean, the other thing I could do is actually become a vassal. But then becoming a vassal really ties me to whatever faction I've joined. You change your warehouse to store the output as well. Can you take those weapons out and smelt them down for recipes? I don't know, but I like your thinking. It's a lot of cultists. Ding. Well, we're going to put this into Spellcraft because I want to keep that one going up as quickly as possible. Runesmith has also leveled up. I would like you, I think, to get some points in guns. Although at the moment you are my steward. This is true. Kind of depends on whether Thane is going to have more than 3 intelligence. Because I definitely like the idea of giving you more of the discipline stuff. I think your smithing and endurance is going to be fine. I'm not really expecting you to be a fighter, so I think that putting points into that is a bit wasted, except... No, the engineers are just going to be better in gunpowder. Did we get another we can spec for medicine? Yeah, we got the engineer for that. Kazran. He's not very good at it yet, but hopefully once he levels up he will be. Though the runesmiths start significantly lower levels than the engineers do. Is this the first time he's leveled up? No, I don't think it is. Maybe it is. Spellcraft just doesn't have the payoff that it does for regular wizards. So far, I must admit the runesmiths are a bit except for their smithing skill. You're not going to get another attribute point for another 2 levels. Do I just make you my steward? I'm again getting annoyed by the low number of companions you can employ. I really wish that lords didn't count towards a companion limit. If they're leading a party, they're not a companion. Because then a companion limit of 5 makes sense. 4 specialists and 1 generic. 1 generalist. Cool. And then if you want to make a party leader into a companion again, or if they lose, then they need to lose their special status as a captain. So then you have captains and you have companions. Ah, this is always my problem with Mount Blade. There are so many changes I would make if I were designing this game. I'd make clans more important too. So you can have more minor factions, which are clan-based, like the mercenary companies. I don't know what to do with your skill point. Well, first thing I can do is spend this. Stiff upper lip. Food consumption, the party when part of an army. Garrison wages are governed. Production rate to owned workshops. Oh, that's personal. You can't own workshops. Siege engineer build rate in the party. If you're the quartermaster, that's actually really helpful. I don't think I'll ever make you a governor. And also, governors should also not be companions. I'm really tempted to go and get that mod, which just allows unlimited companion numbers. And then I'll just limit it to the number of companions I'm actually allowed, plus party leaders and governors. Which is how I started doing it in my regular Bannerlord playthroughs. I think I'm going to give you sweatshops for that siege engine build rate. You are the steward at the moment. It really depends on whether you're going to be a better steward than a Thane. So I'm not going to spend that point because we're going to go and look for a Thane. I want to see what their skill difference is. Alright, we have a goal. Let's find a Thane.
What?
And also we're changing the workshop to store output.
Throng! After me, Throng! Spread out, Dowie!
This is the perfect map to kill chaos on. So I'm not even going to bring the close combat troops because I'm not going to need them.
Gazran, Dowie!
You may fire when ready. I'm still beelining my infantry line.
Run out! Dowie! Form a wall! Dowie!
We win. And if they were running at us, we would have killed them even sooner, I think. Quarreler, veteran, Dowie, militia, stays put. Grab all of that stuff. Maybe I should go back to Caragnorn and Ziflin. There's more dwarf holds over on that side than we have here. Let's go to Guntook, see if there's a Thane, and then we'll make our way over here. What's the party limit at the moment? 89. Guntook and Engazar are no longer allied. That's not ideal. That's these guys. Recruit troops. Those are very tall looking dwarves. Right, because we don't control any of our own territories out here. Yes, we'll go ahead and hire you two. Although I'm going to need to fire one of you if I actually find a Thane here. To the tavern! Broth the Thane. Alright then, buddy. Welcome to the team. Alright, so we've got Groth the Thane. Let's see what Groth the Thane can do for us. Except for lead my front line. I might actually get you to retrain your frontline skills if they are not to my liking. You're one-handed. Okay, Groth the Thane, you are level 5 intelligence! What the... And you're a lower level than the engineers. And you have 5 vigor. The main thing you're lacking is athletics, but that's kind of okay. Flipping hell. Alright, well you're definitely the steward in that case. Yep, and I like the traits you've taken. So you're going to be the steward instead of the smith. You also have level 4 crossbow. Less damage taken by infantry when in shield wall formation. That's tempting. Yeah, I do actually like the traits you've taken too. Although extra damage against enemy shields would also be really, really nice. That doesn't say by two-handed weapons, just by troops in the formation who'll be leading the frontline formation. Swing speed. I think I kind of prefer the damage. So maybe I'll have you retrain two-handed. Wow, you can get plus 25% damage against shields. You'll just tear through them. Alright, but yeah, Groth, what a buy. Like, 5 intelligence? That's insane. They would make great party leaders too. So we're currently at 3 of 6. I still need one more character to be an engineer. So gunners... I could get a crossbow Thane. Although that doesn't really make use of their vigor abilities. No, gunners survive longer, so having the surgeon be an engineer I think is fine. So maybe I do need another engineer, which gets me to 4 companions. And then 2 for party leaders. So I need an engineer and 2 Thanes. Meanwhile, I am in Gantuk, and the other thing I wanted to do here was tell you... to store 100% of the output in the warehouse. And we'll see if that produces dwarven equipment or not. And if it does, then we have a really good way of gaining some dwarven equipment recipes. That was a really good suggestion. If it works. Even then, it's a good suggestion. So we sell all of these because I can't use them. That's quite a few things to smelt down too. Nice. Weaponsmith. Victory, you're up. And smelt time! And actually, before I tap away from you, I want to see if there's any orders. Two-handed polearm. We want a very long spear. I'll make it as long as I can, but that's never going to be long enough. I don't have either of those items, so you can't do any more. Back over to me and my refining. So let's turn crude iron into iron. And then wrought iron into iron. And I will, in fact, have you guys make me charcoal. So I don't need to waste my own abilities doing that. And then I'm going to buy a bunch more hardwood. Good enough. Buy the lot. See what the warehouse has been using. You have loads of resources still. So, there is an interesting thing I'm noticing. iron. 74. Oh, okay. 74 days worth. Because we have a total 305 iron. So that is, in fact, taking all of the iron into consideration. Does that care about the quality? I kind of feel that maybe that does not care about the quality. Wouldn't a 5 int Thane be better at medicine? The engineers are also 5, I think. Right? Yeah. And my concern here is I do not want the medic to be in the front line and dying. I'd like him to be safe in the back line shooting at stuff. I leveled up in smithing. Stamina from smelting, stamina from refining. I'm the one who does the refining, so I'll take that. I hate the fact that these are the wrong way around. Why? Why do this? Also, Runesmith, I now know that I don't need you to be a steward. So I probably would be safe making you a gunner. So you can at least do more damage. Okay, good. Let's go to the Shrine of Vallejo. Give him a billhook or something to train polearm for cavalry damage buffs to the division would be good. I don't know if dwarf characters can actually use polearms and spears, most likely not. Though it'd be nice to have a regiment to renown the dwarf units that carry spears, most likely living in empire cities. I mean, this is actually really interesting because... who was it? It was one of the big weapon YouTubers who basically did a video on what kind of weapons dwarves would actually use. And the conclusion reached was they would be best using longer weapons, because Chad... No, it wasn't Chadversity. Who was the other guy? Swedish, lives in Canada. But anyway, he was saying that dwarves, because of their short stature, low center of gravity, and exceptional ability to put power against attacks. The ultimate weapon, Skullrim, that's the one. The ultimate attack, huzzah! The ultimate weapon that a dwarf could use would be something like a halberd, because if they're underground in a mine, very narrow choke points, the main thing you want to do is stop the enemy getting close to you, so that they can actually hit you. So you want a polearm. In which case pikes would be really good, or spears of some kind like that. You can't be flanked, so hoplite formations, like dwarven hoplite formations, would be incredible. But if they were fighting on the surface, because of their low center of gravity and exceptional ability to just hit hard because of the way their muscle mass is, again, polearms with a swinging action would be the best. The absolute worst weapon to give a dwarf would be something short, because they already have an extreme... what's it called? Reach disadvantage against somebody taller, and then giving them a short weapon just makes that reach disadvantage even worse, particularly because they're not particularly fast to close the distance. Like if you're expecting like really close quarters fighting, again like in a mine, then yes, short-hafted weapons would be better. Where this thing with dwarves using axes comes from makes no sense though. Axes do nothing underground. They would be using picks. Like war picks would probably be the sidearm of choice rather than like a sword, because it's something they're used to using anyway from mining. Whereas an axe is specifically made to cut trees. I was going to say the last time I checked, but I haven't actually... Oh no, I have been in a mine once. No, twice. I've been in 2 mines. But last time I checked, trees don't generally grow underground. So yeah, the primary weapon that a dwarf would have Excepting ranged weapons, which obviously makes sense. Crossbows, guns. Probably not bows, because they're not really tall enough to make full use of the full size of the bow. Although composites could work. But no, crossbows and guns were the main thing. I really struggle in the Dwarven arenas because of the short axe. It's close quarters for me and doesn't seem to do enough damage if I face a Lord as a lost cause. Yeah, I hate the Dwarven tournaments. I think that's terrible. Dwarven tournaments really need to have a bigger variety of weaponry, like the human ones do. Formation of heavily armoured dwarves with shields and short-handed weapons in the front line with pikes halberds behind, presenting its serrated front to sharpened steel in the tunnels will be amazing and impenetrable. Yeah, exactly. Basically, hoplites with a shield wall in front. Axes are good for cutting down bigger mushrooms. Also, as said before, good at cutting down trees for fuel and also getting at elves. Ish. I mean, yes, they're good for cutting trees, but that's not the main thing the dwarves are known for. In fact, I would think that in an economy like we see here in Warhammer, where the dwarves are living almost exclusively underground or high up in the mountains, they would probably buy their wood from the Empire cities. Basically trading wood for metal. But anyway, I thought it was a really interesting study on how dwarves would actually use weaponry as opposed to how they're often depicted in fantasy. Pole arms. Lots of pole arms. Anyway, back to the game. What was I doing? I need to see if the blacksmith starts producing weaponry. In the meantime, I still need to recruit another engineer to be the engineer and 2 Thanes to be party leaders. I remember. Right side accident. Yes, I will help. Mildly injured. 7% chance medicine. Succeeds! You get way more if he dies. How many horses am I using now, by the way? That's something I have not checked for a while. 55, 8, 9, 63. I need another 30 or so horses. Where's the horse selling place? There. Axes are good against shields, which are used also a lot in close quarter tunnels. Yeah. No, I mean, having axes like shield wall breakers, yes, that makes sense. The problem with axes is generally you need space to swing them. Although short axes may be better there, especially with, again, like we said, the dwarves had that ability to put real power behind a blow. So yes, short axes for shield breaking purposes, sure, that could work. Part of the lore that Games Workshop gave to the dwarves, they introduced the Iron Drakes. Was in practice a unit of Iron Breakers, holding the line impenetrable while the Iron Breakers hold the line impenetrable while the Iron Drakes spew fire over the top of the shield wall. Noting that Iron Breakers and Iron Drakes mostly guard the mines against Skaven, goblins, trolls, and the like. Yeah, I mean, flamethrowers underground with a flame-resistant front line. Yeah, that's pretty effective. Alright, let's get some fighting in. We can also put our Thane in charge of the front line for the first time. Huzzah! That is a nice long slope. So I think we should put the guns about there. And let's put the infantry to the side. 16 ranged, 48 close. Against my 46 ranged. I may have been building my ranged core up a bit too much. But they are by far and away the most deadly part of my army, so worth it. Need more of a run up. Gun is loaded.
Karin Kazad.
You guys should be in shield wall. One Minotaur. They do have really long range. Oh, they're shooting my front line already. Stop changing my weapon. Minotaur standing there on his own. Oh, so much. I actually hit him. Did not expect to do that. No retreat. No surrender. And there's a victory. One death. A militia. Another long beard. Don't mind if I do. And yes, you all need to be warriors. Make you two thunderers. And we'll take the loot. Iron Drake armor in this has fire resistant iron breakers, are the same but without fire resist. Each piece of Iron Drake armor is 5% extra fire resist. Yeah, and I know that in the career the Iron Breaker can get fire resistance too. Which is probably needed if you're going to be standing in front of the flamethrowers. In fact, if anyone has fire resistant equipment, it should really be the Iron Breakers. I think that would make more sense. Is this mod on the Steam Workshop? Hey, Warbird. Yes, it is. The Old Realms. You need 3 mods. Core, Armory, and I forget what the third piece is. And I think you need one of the libraries, like Harmony. But it's all on Steam Workshop. Just look for the Old Realms Core. It's the best way to find it. Environment. Thank you. There's a tournament in Gashberg. I'm still at full strength. This is a tournament I might actually be able to win. Plate boots. Can't wear those. With the 10k, is it worth buying a handful of the cheapest dwarf axes and smelting them for patterns? Maybe. 1400 shaders for a tournament. Actually thinking about it, I wonder if it's a bug that the only weapons the dwarves can use is the axe and shield. Because even in non-dwarven tournaments, I'm still using an axe and shield. So that might be because of the racial restrictions. I have to use dwarven weaponry. Like, I wonder what would happen in an orc tournament, for example. I hadn't considered that. Ironbreakers face water flames generally, which is usually strong enough to break through magical fire resistance. Given what fire throw is generally not as affected by fire resistant enchantments. Fair. But at that point, I would kind of expect Dwarven runesmiths to be making something which is warp flame resistant. As an orc in human tournaments, you usually have a chopper. Interesting. So yeah, I suspect it's probably race locked. And I wonder if that race lock is what's preventing Dwarven tournaments from using anything other than axe and shield. Can't get over it. The mindless helmet you're wearing makes me smile a little every time I see it. Reminds me of the kobold helmets, and wow, that's true. Yeah, I love the fact that the horns are just candles. Warp flame is technically magic, not fire damage. Yes. Which actually, dwarves being naturally resistant to fire should take less damage from warp flame. Naturally resistant to magic. Did I say fire? I meant magic. Okay, all against all. Well, 4 teams, but it's a big one. Am I going to bet on this? No, because I'm using one-handed weapon again. Maybe I should make a Slayer that's just one-handed weapon specialist. No, Findery. Iron. Mindbreaker is what I'm trying to say. What? Dwarf? Ow. It's cutting through my shield blocks! That's cheating! Oh, okay, went through. Swing and a miss there, buddy. That's hard. This guy is obnoxiously good at blocking. Who is this? Oh, it's Helen Hobart. Helen Baldus Herbert. Him and Groth, man, what a combo. Yeah, he's a tournament champion, so there's no wonder I'm struggling against him. Oh, I took Groth out. Boo! Did he win? He won. Okay, I don't feel bad that I kept on losing consistently to him now. Plate boots. Quite a good prize, though, if you're an Ungi. Right. Is there anything I wanted to actually do here? I think I was just passing through. Okay, let's go back to our hold and see if any of the equipment's in my warehouse now. I think I should join another hold. This hold is doing nothing. Or be a mercenary to somebody else, I mean. Right. I wanted to check out the warehouse where it has got tools. But no equipment. Okay, we can sell those. So no. Nice idea, but it did not work. Actually, speaking of which, I had that wool for a long frickin' time. Should probably sell it. Horses. That was the other thing I was going to go and get. Those are some expensive ass olives. Good. Then we're going to say sell it immediately. Ultra armor. Honestly, who haven't you been struggling against in Tournament of the Runesmith? Yeah, that's true. Warehouse. What I was trying to do was go to the Artisan District, to the Weaponsmith, to get Vickery, to smelt nothing, to get meat, to refine wrought iron into iron. Oh, I can do a lot of this now. And then into steel. Into fine steel. And then I need you. It's just make me a bunch of charcoal. I need you to make me a bunch of charcoal. Go back to Vickery to do some forging for orders, hopefully. Let's rebuild stuff. Throwing axe. Made it. Two-handed sword. That's closer. Can't get close to the cut damage, unfortunately. Satisfied! Okay. It's because he made a balanced weapon. That was a really good turnout. Nice. And then you kind of might as well do that. And then we can start getting some of the higher tier weapons again. We have access to Gromril. Gromril is something we could be selling to the Rune Carvers Guild. What do they give me? Runesmiths gives access to melee weapons, runecraft, reduces Ironbreaker upgrade costs. There is an engineer here. I do need an engineer to be my engineer. I have the money for him. Let's get him. Yeah, celebrating punch again. And here, here, to party, to engineer, and it's the new guy, Harrock, who is actually better than Kazran at engineering. So that's a happy coincidence. Intelligence 5, level 16. Same attributes. more or less the same skills. Okay, so you're also going to be a gunner, you're going to be the engineer. So we have the engineer, we have a medic, we have a steward. The only thing we don't have is a scout. I honestly don't know how to fix that. I guess we could go to Bretonia and pick up a Haranut, whatever they're called. Or we just suck up the fact that our scouting is going to suck. Which is probably the thing. Yeah, you can get Empire Huntsman, right? Isn't it the runesmiths can get oath gold by turning in metals of various quality? Yes, yes it is. Which is one of the things I was considering there, but I also kind of want to keep the higher tier metals. Actually, what I should probably do is get rid of some of my lower tier metals. As we seem to get these relatively easily. And I honestly don't think that the quality of metal here matters. So I should probably just be buying tons and tons and tons of crude iron. I wonder if the iron ore is even counting towards the limits. In fact, I suspect that you are not, and you are not, because it just uses iron. And then here it's saying you have 365 stored. I'm assuming that is not including this. So 15, 98, 23, 24, 12, 4, 276 plus 89, 365. It does in fact count that. Interesting. But no, it did not count the charcoal and hardwood. So I am now doubting myself. It does not count the charcoal and hardwood. So those we have no reason to leave here. We could do a test. Well, no we can't, because at the moment it's making nothing because it gave us all the tools. Okay. Am I at my capacity? I am not. I need more of a front line. So I will hire more frontline people. Okay, so we still need 2 Thanes. So who are the other holds at war with? You're at war with the next Sappers. You're at war with Athel Lauren and Sylvania. I mean, you're at war with Crooked Eye, and we could really do with taking Crooked Eye down. The thing is, I don't really want to swear to Karak Zufbar until Cragmere falls. Because getting through here is the only way in. No, that's not true. Get through here. Okay, never mind. There are 2 ways in. It kind of feels like Zufbar are pushing back. Yeah, they are. I feel like I want to join them. I have an army of 100 now. We're not pushovers anymore. Let's see if I can go do some damage. They were in dire straits for a while there, down to Death Bar only. No, that was in the... That's a Chaos Lord. That was in my Ironbreaker game. Different campaign. In this one, they've always been fairly stable. Probably because I hadn't joined them. If we're being honest. Another Chaos Lord. What's going on here? There's a bunch of Chaos Lords. Seems like a bad place to be, so I think I'll not be here. Alright, here we are, Cragmere. You know what, I will browse your wares to see if you have any better guns. You do not. You are selling Gromril, though. That I'll buy. Nope, can only use weapons I forge. You know what I haven't done for a while? Saved. But chaos is strong! I got that reference. War boss. See, fighting those guys I could probably do. I think I will. Preferably not at the same time. Although you have taken significant casualties. So have you. You've lost all of your Black Orcs. Leroy Jenkins!
Yours is not a face I know. What is your name, stranger?
Separated. We serve chaos. Chaos is strong. And this is a lovely battlefield. Once again.
Gus Randowie. Away from its length apart.
Dwarf Riders are not going to last very long. It looks like they are advancing towards us. Come. It is time for my Anvil of Doom!
Hold fire, Dowie.
Where are they? I think they're on the other side of the hill, actually. I may have messed up by putting the Anvil of Doom there. I think their archers are on the reverse side of the slope. I thought they were on this side trying to skirmish.
Drop open fire, lads!
Then again, maybe I did not mess up. Yeah, here come their archers. I think we're good. I'm seeing how all of you are firing at the moment. Let's go and do home rune thingy. They're coming down the hill in shield wall formation, which makes sense. Unfortunately, that's not going to do them much good. Damage absorbed for the troll. Yeah, the trolls could still cause me some problems. Absorbed 51. Medicine skills going up. It's probably not a good thing though. Oh, no, Black Hawk. Well done, team! 3 losses. A Dowie, a Longbeard, and a Warrior. Cool. Oh no, that's... yeah, we killed 4 trolls. We can apparently kill trolls now.
I give up. I give up. Call back your dogs.
I really need to do different voices for these. Oh gosh. Dear. Prisoner. I'm trying to weaken you. 90 prisoners! Oh boy. Okay. Let's sort that by tier. Nope, wrong way. And a whole bunch of promotions. Bunch of sharpshooters. Nice. Who's my healed medic? That way around. Orc proper heavy bit. Oh, I gotta love the dwarves. Orcs are also amusing, but dwarves all the way! But why, Mordred, that's the most perfect orcish voice ever. Does it not fill you with wag? Why is it that people don't understand that? That is war! It's the way you say war! It's not a wag. It's not a wah. It's a war! I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stand here. Watch this fight. And then I'm going to hunt you down. Alright, let's see who leveled up. Kazran in athletics. Well, I think you are a dwarf, so you should be tough.
Yours is not a face I know. What is...
It's especially when people say "wah," like they're orcs. They're not crying. They're saying "war." They're not going "wah." I want a wah. War. Fundamental misunderstanding of the British accent, especially the London one.
Onwards, Dowie! Dowie, it's length apart. Dowie, this way, lad. Just round, Dowie. Karin Kazan.
Now, are they going to just stand there again? You know what I would like? I would like my front line to be there, my back line to be there.
Got.
Actually,
Onwards, Dowie.
so I can use this to protect my flank.
Dowie. Just run, Dowie.
Now, are the orcs going to take the bait again of seeing the dwarven general just marching ahead of the troops? Looks like they're just sitting pretty wherever they are currently sitting. Which I think is behind that ridge. I know a long way away from troops. This is a bit dangerous.
Warrior! With me, onwards. Onwards, Dowie. Line for onward, Dowie. Just run, Dowie. Dowie, wait for the order, lads. Castle. On, Dowie. Just run, Dowie.
Alright, let's get a bit closer then. Warbird coming in with a 104-month resubscription. Thank you very much for the ongoing support there, Warbird. Very much appreciate that. Hope all is going well. Alright, so my troops have finally joined me on the front line. Hi guys. Let's see where we're going to be best positioned.
Warrior!
This terrain isn't exactly suiting us.
Rain down vengeance. Run out. Away, form a wall.
Well, I was hoping that would have... Yes, it did do enough damage. Good. Then it's time to throw down my bits and bobs. And buff you lot. Absorb damage 72. I'm going to keep on shooting that troll. Because at least I'm doing some damage. Really, dude? That was a horrible mess.
For the Caller's anchor.
So was that. Good enough. One loss! One dowie.
I give up. I give up.
Even more prisoners. Fantastic. So what I need to do is move you guys into this pool, sort you by tier, grab both of you, and then just grab the higher level people. Not upgrading you. I am upgrading you, however. Leaving a lot of prisoners behind. Crikey. More gemstones! Lovely! Increased relations with Clan Gundbrak. Kolazungor, they've taken it. They're attacking Cragmere? Oh, is there a town nearby? There is. I'm going to Mittenberg. Just to get rid of these prisoners. There we go. Exfilaz has now died as well. So that's all of the Dwarven realms around Izor dead. Was it that same faction? Yeah. Not a chance. Balthazar Gelt. Tavern District. 13,000. Oh, hang on. That's because... That'll be ransoming the two lords as well, which I do not want to do. Ransoming these help. Wait, I had captive trolls? That's still 10k. I'll take it. I think the various different enchanting mats are faction specific, so you as a dwarf will only ever need diamonds. You should be able to sell the others without fearing you lose out on enchanting. But aren't dwarves the only faction that has enchanting? Like, what then is the point of the others? Unless it is just preparing for a future update. Fair enough. That's a lot of money and a lot of orcish stuff that's about to get smelted down. Oh, victory! Smell, 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 smell. Oh, that was easy. Oh, I should have got you to do the town jobs. Never mind. Meanwhile, refining. I should probably do wrought iron into iron. I have leveled up in faith. I would now have grand prayers if I was actually a priest, but I have 10 ward save, which is nice. I'm definitely getting tankier. I am noticing this. All factions can enchant, but only dwarf can do 3 on their items. All others have maximum of 2. I can only do 2. So maybe the others can only do 1. Do you have any hardwood? Yes, but it's really expensive, so we're just going to leave that alone. Do you happen to need tools, Mittlenberg? Not really. Fine. The other thing I can do is go to my companion inventories, because I have a couple of these banners. Who leads my ranged units? And is it Kazran? Yes, I think it is Kazran. Then Standard Fury is melee damage, which is definitely for you. Marvellous! Alright, let's go to the Siege of Cragmere. Hopefully this is someone... Well, I'll be able to join regardless, I just won't be able to join the army. That way. Wait, can I? Oh! The entrance is in fact here. Huh. I would love to join that fight as well if you manage to catch him. Running from Balthazar Gelt. 4 Black Orcs. 7, 8, 9, 10 Black Orcs. 3 Trolls. That one I'm not sure about. Okay, you're chasing me, which is not a good sign. And you are faster than me, which is a doubly not good sign.
Alter, who are you? I would know whom I slay.
Runesmithing can have a 3rd enchantment, but only if you progress further in the game and acquire the necessary knowledge. Okay, so that probably requires me to be a Rune Lord. As a guess. Right, was I right? Is it Kazran? It is Kazran. It's a terrible battlefield too.
With me, lads! Throw! This way, lad. Here's length of Kazuka. Kazrandawi.
And these guys attacked, so they have to attack.
Dawi, form a wall.
We do have a little bit of a slope here. We probably go a little bit high.
Dawi. On. Got. Onwards, Dawi.
93 infantry. Actually hit the wolf. Alright, so that's the wolf riders down. "93 frontliners against my 48. If it wasn't for the Black Orcs, I'd be way more confident about this. Yes, they are definitely advancing, so I think I'm... Ooh, don't do that. This is what I meant to do. Donk that there. And jump on top, so I have my firing platform. Unfortunately, I don't have an exactly clean shot from here. Can't see the forest for the trees. Well, see my words, for the latter levels of runecrafting you will need all of the different enchanting materials. Yeah, otherwise I think they would have just added one material type. I don't think they would have had individual ones. And it would also mean that for the dwarves you want to exclusively be fighting orcs, because they're the only ones that drop gems. just feels a bit weird, if that were the case. Right, you guys are all shooting, which means I should really do this. Oh, you didn't make me drop my gun this time. That's nice of you. Get away from my anvil!
For the Kara's ankle.
What did I just say? Mine! They've just about crushed through my front line, which is, yep, concerning. Getting closer. Squished. And that's a loss. When was the last time I saved? See, these guys are saying war correctly. Warriors and the sharpshooters did amazing. The Longbeards did very little to die. But considering what they were up against, I'm not surprised. This was kind of a strong army. Plus they outnumbered me. Autosave. No, 10 minutes ago. That was probably just before the fight. Or just after the previous one. Kantuk just grew by another... Right, because every dwarf hold that dies, all the lords are joining the other holds, which are making them stronger. And the cavalry actually did what they were supposed to instead of rushing the front line. Yeah. Yeah, they were quite good at disrupting my ranged units. Although the two wolf riders sucked. Hey, Fraser. Well, the settling of grudges was actually going really well until I came across this one warlord I could not run away from. Which really reminds me I need to get more horses. Yes, this was just after I'd beat that previous lord. So I need to get back to Mittlenburg. Particularly for the prisoners.
Halt there. Who are you? I would know whom I slay.
You're the guy that just beat me. So I am quite sure I cannot beat you. Come on. And that was only because I was zoomed out and I wasn't looking at where I was going. I didn't think there were any enemy lords between me and Wittelberg, but apparently there were. So where else there is? Maybe I've already gotten rid of the prisoners? No. I guess last time I just got lucky. Because I'm fairly sure last time I just went straight to Mittlenburg. Zandrom's joined Guntuk. What Guntook really needs is a war against Wissenland to get their castles back. At which point I think they'd be in a pretty good spot. Alright, I'm selling all of these. If they have enough money for it. Which they do. Just. And then Artisan District, Weaponsmith, we need you to smelt all the things. And then we need you to forge the orders. Don't tell them, Pike. Swords I can't make. Two-handed swords, however I can. Swing speed and damage. Can I do anything about those? I kind of doubt that I can. Displeased, but still paid me £2,000. Fair enough. I'll allow it. And then Magnor is here to refine. There was wrought iron. Iron. And iron to steel. And then steel to fine steel. Hang on, that was not everything. Because you want to do that. You want to do that. And you want to do that. Except now I'm out of hardwood. It's not entirely ideal. Trade. You had a little bit. You don't, actually. Never mind. Do I want to recruit any troops? No. Did I ransom the prisoners? No. That's why I came here. I need to ransom all of them. And £10,000. And that gets me up to 77k, which is lovely. I've leveled up in faith. I don't think anyone else has. No. Save. Which do you prefer, Thunderers or Quarrelers? Early game I went almost exclusively Quarrelers because they're significantly cheaper in terms of Oath Gold. But now Oath Gold is much less of a problem for me. I've been going Thunderers. Now I need to go this way and hopefully not run across the war boss. Bracker is also under attack. Bit of a scuffle going on. We're outnumbered by 700, although I'm coming in with another 100 to be outnumbered by 600. That's potentially doable. Yeah. We're only outnumbered by 400 when I join. Let's do this! 360, in fact. Yeah! I will be in command of my own forces, so I want to go in support of them, but not get too close, because otherwise everything will get exploded. Oh, this is a coalition of Dwarves and Imperials. Oh god, the Imperials are going to get blown up so hard. This might have been better to auto-resolve.
Dowie. Onwards, Dowie. Kazuka. Onwards, Dowie. Dowie, form a wall. Change formation. Dowie, spread out, Dowie. Change formation.
They have a lot of cavalry. We don't. 300 infantry, 294. 112 archers, 82. Oh, they've actually deployed the same way I have. Okay. I dig it, I dig it. Look what I might do. Stick this just behind the hill so I can be covered by this from the flank. Great sword on a horse. Fair enough. Frontal charge by their cavalry. Oh, the infantry not far behind. There go their explosives. Dwarves are resistant to friendly fire. Empire, not so much. So we'll see how this goes. But they are just doing a straight frontal assault, which is where we are best. We've got gunners on both flanks just firing into this. Excuse me. This is my anvil of your doom. Can't get back on my anvil. There we go. Oops, the cavalry got through. Nope, that's all their archers. Reinforcements have arrived. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hopefully we can do some damage against their ranged team this time, though. That'd be nice. Alright, die like that then. Oh, hello. Get away from my anvil! It's my anvil! You can't have it! What did I just say? I've got blood on my anvil. Oh, my bad. Sorry. Didn't die though. Bullet to the face and did not. Oh, hello, guys.
This way, lads. Line formation, lads. this way. Alin Kazan.
Actually, you know what? You guys might be useful.
Gazrandawi.
You know what I haven't done for a while? Rooms! Because here comes the next room. Well, judging by the balance of power, we are winning. Here comes the next infantry wave. Black Orc's really freaking imposing. Oh yeah, 736 kills to 286. We're absolutely demolishing them. They only outnumbered us by 400, so we now outnumber them. Here comes our next reinforcement wave by the looks of things. Yep. What we should really do is attack that mob of archers before their next reinforcements arrive. 9 shots left. Oh, here they come. Speak of the devils. Oh, hi trolls. Chest shot. Someone's got the flamethrower out. Good. Let's do another one of those and another half and home. Keep that rate of fire going. Although what I might also do is tell you lot to attack. Because I am sure that, yeah, there's a bunch of you who are just out of ammo. And ammunition does not replenish. So you may as well just join the front line. Oh, speaking of ammo, fire now. Oh, guys. Incoming cavalry! We are perfectly positioned to deal with them. Get away from my anvil! It's my anvil! Mine! You can't have it! Ah, he's knocked me off my anvil! Now, help me back up! Damn it! Alright, now you guys go. Ow! Yeah! You take that. Oh, can I get on this thing before I come past him? I can keep those going. There's any ammunition pouches. I'm gonna guess probably not. Right, time to get my hands dirty. spears go right over my head.
March with me, Dowie.
Ow! Wow, you have to be really freaking close. $1,400. They keep on coming! We should be due some reinforcements soon. Maybe not. This might be the final wave. Ow! Ow! Went down in the final moments of this battle. Looks like we're losing. We did. Those trolls. Wait, the battlers? Eh? The math ain't mathin'. $1,050. Yeah, I guess that was a real loss. Well, we lost by 40. So yeah, I think the grenades basically wiped out our allies. I want to see the number of kills by... oh, deserters? Who the hell are these? But yeah, number of casualties taken versus number of kills. That's got to be friendly fire. Try again? Yeah, I intend to. There's 3 of us left. Oh, how annoying. So that being said, I don't really know what else we could have done differently. One warrior, 2 longbeards. Those are the 3. Or I could join the battle and then auto-resolve it, and we'll almost certainly win it easily. Because it kind of feels like orcs suck in auto-resolve. Well, no, they can't do. Because the amount of territory they take. I think at the moment the orcs are just overpowered. Oh man. Didn't save before I got there. That's irritating. This is after I did all of that. Yes, it is. Does Mount Blade have a Lord of the Rings mod? I know Mount Blade 1 does. I don't know about 2. Ruining the much denser front line once contact is made might make a difference. Not really. My rune increases movement speed or increases reload speed. Or and. Have they not joined the fight? No, they have not. Whoa, where the fuck did he come from? Unless these guys jump into the fight, Rakmir's gonna fall. I know it's just 200. Who dat? Nerd Rage! Thank you very much for the raid. Welcome to the stream. Well, we are trying to help our dwarven allies, well not allies, dwarven friends in taking Cragmere, which would help us secure this entire region. Ah. But I can't get close enough. Okay, now, no. My presence might actually win the dwarves this siege. Because these guys are not wanting to join that battle while I still stand here. That's going to be a problem. It's just 35 men left. Unfortunately, I don't get any benefits from joining this battle because I wasn't able to get to it this time. Mr. Duelist. I'm terrible at fighting. Cragmere fell! Okay, so Zufbar might actually survive this time. Oh man! Let's get out of here. How is this going? Not amazing. We started as a member of Karakazor, which you might recognise as looking rather orcish right now. Then the other two holds, the next to Karakazor, basically protected by Karakazor, also fell. So the entire southern mountain range is now orcish. There are no dwarves left there whatsoever. Ziflin and Norn are holding out pretty well. Asgaraz, I think, might have expanded a bit. Then down here in the south, Gantuk, which we are currently a mercenary for, is down to just their town. They lost both of their castles to Wissenland, apparently. Asgazar is down to... Well, no, Asgazar's still alive. And then Zufbar, who I usually see doing incredibly poorly, has actually managed to secure the entire lake region. So, good for them. This is going to be quite a safe area now. And then up here in the north, we have Karakadrin, who's actually doing really well. So the dwarves in the south sucked. But what I suspect is because the southern dwarves died, all of the lords joined the northern holds, and now the northern holds, being this much bigger, have the capacity to actually strike out and create proper armies. And are starting to consolidate some territories in the north. I just noticed that what used to be Izor has now taken Grungbrunn as well. Which used to belong to these guys. Escavaz died. That was them. Well, them. We knew that already, though. Crooked Eye. That was Cragmore. They're completely dead. So yeah, Zufbar won that. Nicely done. Urbat, Eye Ripper of the Doom Hands declared war on Guntuk. Bazglud of the Crooked Eye declared war on Gantuk. They are nothing near us. So what I think I might do is give up my mercenary status with Guntuk and then maybe join Zufbar. If I was able to pick off one of these orc armies, I would do so. But right now I don't think I can. Actually, you know what the other thing I really need to do? Get some friggin' horses. So I can actually outrun these armies if I need to. Dark Moon rises. All the bad things have been reset. You know what? I will allow your ransoms now. You lost your main town. I like to think I did my small part intercepting some reinforcements over here. Yes, I kind of need to kill Dwell. Well, with them chasing me, I don't want to be slowed down. Let's get to Halcone. Maybe sell the smithy and evac all the metals from Guntuk before it falls. I mean, those metals... Yeah, it's the Supreme Patriarch again. How do I want to do this? I could probably take all of the expensive metals out of there and just leave the cheap ones and then establish another smithy in Zufbar. Because I can have multiple. I can have 4 of them. And Workshop is now paying me. It's going to take a friggin' long time to repay the 29,000 ducats it cost me to buy it. What am I doing here? I'm buying horses. I would like some Midland Porphyry. Those are extraordinarily cheap. I'll take them all. Would you like some tools? Not really. So how many am I at? Oh! Hang on. I have 90 already. I have more than I need. I have giant wolves and giant boars. War boars, even. I must have captured those from the orcs. Oh, speaking of capturing, you guys aren't using your banners. Kazran is in charge of the ranged units. Roth is in charge of the front line. So I don't actually need the Porphyry. Yeah, I'm already getting herding penalties. Huh. I should have noticed that earlier. Well, Mecklenburg is going to benefit again from my selling stuff. What I'll probably do is just sell the expensive horses, like the high-end stuff, because I really don't need those. However, your horse prices... are exceptionally cheap, so this is a terrible idea. Meanwhile, weaponsmithing. Victory. Are you able to complete any orders? No. Literally none. Okay, then it's time for me to do some refining. No, it's not, because... Yes, it is. I want to refine steel into fine steel. And then fine steel into Gromrail. And now these I can probably start selling to the runesmiths. Do you happen to have any hardwood here? Yes, but it's expensive. I'll sell you 5 tools too. Alright, where to next? Kind of feel like maybe I just go to Zufbar. Because what I can do is... Go to the kingdom view. Leave the kingdom. Yes. Then we'll go to Zufbar and we'll swear to them. Actually, who's Zufbar fighting? Blood Dragon, Red Eyes. We're not actually at war with many people. What I'd really like is someone who's fighting the bloody elves. Like Asgaraz. And Karak-Hern. In fact, Karak-Hern's at war with a bunch of people. Maybe we join Hern. I think that might be a better idea. The northern holds don't need help as much as the southern ones do. Fang Island belongs to the vampires. Yes, I saw that. Seems reasonable. Almost at Hern. Almost, almost. Yes, on the cost, but you're getting lots of character experience in the background. I don't think that's true. You only gain experience when you're actually gaining skills. And trade is already maxed out, which means I'm not gaining experience anymore. You only get experience from the skills gaining experience. The two are directly correlated. Right. Ah, there's a Thane here. We should hire you. And then turn you into another party. Again, celebratory punch. I'm not trying to punch you in the face. Okay, then... Sell horses. And then join Karak-Hern. Yeah, these are more reasonable. Much more reasonable. And that should also get rid of the herding penalties. 31 grand from selling horses. Nice. So sell all of these trade goods that I seem to have acquired along the way. Food supplies I shall keep. Do I need to recruit anyone? I do. So we'll take them. And then party, no. Clan. Party. Create new party. Led by Davik. You can have nothing, you can hire your own people. And then we talk to one of the lords, hopefully. You all do.
Yours is not a face I know.
Something I would discuss. Enter the service for the right sum. I accept. Good. Alright, so we are now a mercenary for Karakhan, which does mean that I'm now at war with the elves. Huzzah! Let's go kill some cultists.
We got no quarrel with you.
Am I able to buy nicer runes now? Yes, I would be able to. I probably should, in fact, do that. I just want to make sure that now I'm fighting for another faction that I'm still going to have a source of income.
On it's like got.
We have enough ranged guys that this should not be a problem.
After me.
What I meant.
That's
what I meant to do.
This way, lads.
Okay, now we just need to wait for the cultists. Are the Dwarven faction still losing holdings? No, now that a lot of the lords have consolidated, the northern holds are actually pushing out. So, Zufbar and Ziflin are doing quite well. Come. This. There's a victory. Quarreler, upgrade. Dowie, upgrade. Militia, upgrade. Take all the loot. Alright, let's go back to Karakhan. Karak Norns to court the realms war against neck snappers. Who's neck snappers? I don't. Is it these guys? Oh, it is. Ah, might be time for some revengeance. Time to take the old holds back. Be kind of curious to see whether Hearn can actually mobilize that many troops. Okay, then let's go ahead and sell the stuff that I just looted. And get rid of my one prisoner. There is another runesmith available, but I want another Thane. Thanes just seem to make the perfect party leaders, so I want to get a couple of them. The main thing that they're going to struggle with, I think, is going to be movement speed, so they may keep dying. That is entirely possible. But anyway, I've been streaming for longer than I kind of intended to today, so I think I'm going to call this one here. Am I a mercenary? Did I swear 40? I'm still a mercenary, so I can jump between fiefs as I need to, between holds. Because it seems that whenever I join a hold, they inevitably die. So I'm staying lightweight. Am I going to become a vassal at some point? Yes. when I find a hold that I actually like what they're doing. Like, I was enjoying Guntook, but the problem is they were just chilling here and not doing anything else. I would have become a vassal of Izor had they not died. That was my ultimate objective, was to be a Izor vassal and push into the Elven territories. But anyway, I'm going to call this one here. So thanks everyone for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, be sure to hit that follow button so you get notifications when I'm live again in the future. If you've really enjoyed this and you would like to support the channel, then please do consider subscribing. Helps the channel out, lets me do more of this kind of content. Tyrius, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. If you want to hang out with the community, you can find us on Discord at the link that I've just posted there, or if you're on the UpTubs, you can find that in the description below. I'm going to go and see who else is streaming, and we'll throw them a raid. Mercy the Mad is currently on. I know he likes doing Warhammer-like things, currently doing Total War Warhammer, so yeah, it seems reasonable. Oops, that is not how you do the raid. What? Keyboard's messed up. That one. So head on over to Mercy the Mad. Say hello from Mordred Viking. I'd love to see his chat absolutely lit up by the Viking raid, which you can do by copying and pasting Viking raid just like this. Or if you're a subscriber, you can bring in the longships just like this. Although it looks like he's playing as the Chaos Dwarves at the moment. Naughty, naughty. But anyway, he's a very cool streamer. Does really good stuff. And if you like your Warhammer, this is where you'll be able to see it. Anyway, that's it. Thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you next time. Until then. Oh, when will next time be? Probably next weekend. Yes. Until then. Bye-bye, everyone.
Rush recruitment there so we can get some more hobgoblin archers here.